Alright, so the second video that we would like you to watch today is all about finding theta. So basically what we're doing is we're using our unit circle, but we're working in reverse. Okay? So to start, we're going to say we want you to find theta without a calculator. So that means we want you to use the unit circle. And we're saying that theta is an acute angle. By saying that theta is an acute angle, we are restricting all of our answers to the first quadrant. Okay? That's where all the acute angles lie, is in the first quadrant. Okay? So, in reverse, normally we would have said, like, the cosine of pi over 3, and we'd look for the x value of the coordinate at pi over 3, and that would be 1/2. Okay? Today, now what we're doing is we are saying, all right, so the cosine of theta is equal to 3 pi over 2. So the cosine of theta is equal to x. So I want to know in the first quadrant, where is x equal to the square root of 3 over 2? Well, that happens right here at pi over 6. So theta here would be pi over 6, working in reverse of what we were just working forwardly on the unit circle. Okay? Tangent of theta is equal to 1. Well, tangent of theta is equal to y over x, and I want y over x to be 1, so x and y have to be exactly the same thing. In quadrant number 1, x and y being the same thing is right there at pi over 4, so theta is pi over 4. Because if I put theta into tangent of theta equals 1, it gives me a true sentence. Okay? Sine being 1/2. Well, sine being 1/2 is where the y value is 1/2. So y being 1/2 is right there, and that's at pi over 6. So theta here is pi over 6. Okay? Again, last week and the week before when we developed the unit circle and then we utilized it, we would say here, we would say that, whoops, excuse me, that shouldn't have jumped down like that. We would say that if I had the tangent of pi over 4, that would be y over x, root 2 over 2 divided by root 2 over 2, and that would be equal to 1. Now we're saying we give you the value of what the trig function is, you go out and you find it. Okay? So what I would like you to do now is, based off of your unit circle, or the one right here still on the screen, okay, I want you to, on your note sheet of paper, find me when the tangent is equal to the square root of 3, and when cosecant is equal to the square root of 2, and then find me what those theta values are. So please do these two problems right now. If you want to pause, you can pause. If you don't want to pause, I'll just be here singing a tune. Da-da-dee, da-da-doo. Don't worry, I'm still here. Have you paused it yet? All right. So, tangent is equal to y over x. So again, I'm working in quadrant number 1. I want y over x to be the square root of 3. Well, I can tell you right now that eliminates pi over 4, because pi over 4 deals with the square root of 2. That eliminates pi over 2, because there's no square roots there, and it eliminates 0, because there's no square roots there. So I'm either at, I have to check, I'm either at 1/2 divided by the square root of 3 over 2, or I'm at the square root of 3 over 2 divided by 1/2. If I simplify those two fractions, I would flip the bottom one and then I can cancel out, and so it's here, it's this one is what's going to give me just the square root of 3. So I need my y value to be the square root of 3 over 2. I need my x value to be 1/2. That puts me here at pi over 3. So theta, oops, can't have two equal signs, Linz. So theta is, oops, now I forgot the equal sign. Theta is pi over 3. Okay, so let's reset for the next one. Okay, so now I want cosecant to be the square root of 2. Well, cosecant is 1 over the sine of theta, which is 1 over y. So since cosecant is 1 over y, and I'm dealing with the square root of 2, the only one that has a square root of 2 in it is pi over 4. So we need to basically check to see if 1 over the square root of 2 over 2, if that fraction is equal to the square root of 2. Well, if I go 1 times 2 over the square root of 2, that's going to be 2 square roots of 2, and I can multiply that, I can rationalize that denominator by multiplying it by the square root of 2 over 2. That would give me 2 square roots of 2 over the square root of 4, which is 2, and then those two cancel out, so then that just leaves me with the square root of 2, which it works out. So here theta is equal to pi over 4. We'll do more of this in class tomorrow, where we won't be restricted into the first quadrant. Thanks for playing along. Work on your worksheet.